I'm a little nervous. Mike McEleny, where are you? Come on down. There he comes, folks, right down the center aisle.
Hello, all my peers. Seems like we got a nice crowd tonight. I'm guessing it's everyone that came. So I'm going to tell you guys a few stories. I'm going to start with one that actually happened yesterday while we were skiing out on the slopes. It's kind of a painful story, but I'll tell you anyway. It all started, I was skiing, I took my little beginner lesson. I don't know who here took the beginner lesson, but they basically tell you how to make a pizza and go to French fries to go faster. And it was a really useful lesson. So somehow I thought that might have qualified me to go on the blue level courses. And as it turns out, that was not it at all. See, my friends, my great friends, Phil DiGiacomo and Tom Wickstead, who are sitting in that area over there, told me, Mike, Tom's never been skiing before and he could do it. And I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, I was doing pretty good with my pizza French fry routine, and I thought I could do it. So they get me to go all the way up this ski lift, and I'm riding up this ski lift, and I'm like, oh, this is going pretty high. How high up does this go? And they say, all the way to the top. And I said, oh, all the way to the top? You mean like the top of the mountain? And they said, yes, the top of the mountain. And I said, crap. So we're riding this ski lift up to the top of the mountain. I'm a little nervous, but I'm like, okay, I'll just go really slow. It turns out that when the slope is like this, it's really hard to go really slow. Supposedly you're supposed to cut back and forth or something, but this is basically, I would just slowly, it would start like a Z and then it would just kind of turn into a line and then I'd go really fast and then I'd fall down. And this happened 7 or 8 times until one time I decided, okay, you're going to take this really slow, you're going to make it all the way down this leg of your journey. And it was basically a hill like this. I'm like, it's not even that steep, you can make it. So I hop on my skis, I'm ready to go. I start making my Z or whatever, and I'm like, okay, you're doing good, and I pick up more and more speed, and suddenly turning's getting harder and harder, but I'm still going, and I haven't fallen down, and I was really proud of myself. I said, you haven't fallen down yet, this is amazing, you've lasted a solid 10 seconds, still on your skis, you're still going. So we come to the end of this leg, and I'm like, oh, it's a turn, I can turn, I actually make the turn, and as I make the turn, right in front of me is a giant fence. I don't know why there was a giant fence on the inside of the mountain, but I said, okay, Mike, you just made that turn. You just gotta turn away from the giant fence. Thinking, okay, pizza, slow down, turn. Apparently, I couldn't turn. I didn't realize this until I was about 10 feet away from the giant fence, and I said, oh! That's the sound I made. And when I said, oh, I decided I should try to fall down and possibly stop myself. So I fall backwards, and this is where I don't remember exactly what happened. But from what I'm told, I skidded the 10 feet on my back. My skis hit into the fence, and once my skis hit into the fence, I had enough speed to launch my head square into the fence, solidly cracking it. Of course, from my part of the story, all I remember is skiing towards fence, oh crap, waking up 10 seconds later, face down in the snow with one of my skis off. I didn't even know one of the skis was off. People are looking at me like, should we call ski patrol? I'm like, no, I'm fine, I'm cool. I just slammed into a fence. I think I'm good. And my head really hurts, but it's cool. And everyone's looking at me, and Phil comes like skating over. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he says, he's fine. I wasn't fine, but I did make it down the rest of the trail. But I will probably never do that again. Unless I take up harder lessons, apparently above the beginner level. So that's what I wanted to say about that. That just happened yesterday. That was kind of painful. So my head still kind of hurts, but it's cool. So I just was thinking, I went to the movies recently. And everyone knows how the movie experience goes. You go to the movies and you pay like $10 to just watch something. You don't even get anything really out of it. Which, to start off, just seems like a ridiculous concept to me. It's like you're Dane Cook? Did he say this? Is Dane Cook stealing my jokes? Did you really say this joke? Because then I'll just skip it. But I've never heard it. I'll keep going anyway. Okay, so you get into the movie theater, and this is what really pisses me off at the movie theater. The floors are always horribly sticky because apparently the janitors they hire don't like to do their job that they get paid to do, which is clean the floors. And like, you buy this popcorn, and they like layer it in butter, but it's not even really butter, it's oil, or of some kind of really like greasy stuff that you get on your hands, and then it's on your hands the rest of the time. You don't want to wipe it on your pants because you don't want your pants to get dirty, but it's really annoying, and it's of course ridiculously priced. Like, you get like a little basket of popcorn and it costs like $5.75, and you know you got ripped off, but it doesn't matter because you're already in the movie theater. Like, where else are you gonna get the food from? You can't just like bring your own popcorn in a microwave and plug it in the back and try to pop some popcorn. That might be a little suspicious. So then you've paid for this ridiculous popcorn and your soda that's like this big, that's like $4 too. And you're sitting in the movie theater and you're like, okay, I'm ready for the movie experience. And as you get ready for the movie experience, you realize you've just encountered the worst scenario you can ever encounter while watching a movie. You are sitting in front of the guy who's already seen the movie and knows every line from the movie so well that he feels it is his absolute duty to say every line in the movie like 3 seconds before it happens. And you know you've heard it. Like, it's just like the echo effect in your head. You're like, okay, we get it. You've seen the movie. You know the lines of the movie. No one is impressed by your knowledge of the movie. It's actually a little pathetic because this movie has only been out for a week and you have somehow memorized every major line. And you are ruining this movie for me. And it's just absolutely horrible. And then there's the people that answer their cell phones, the people that constantly text. Like, if you were to look out at a movie theater from like the ceiling, you would definitely see like a light show of like people like looking at their phone, texting somebody. And like, you know, you can tell a movie's not that good if like this many people are texting, but it doesn't matter if the movie's amazing. People are still gonna text, and that just annoys me too. But I'm guilty of it. Maybe I'll do it. But yeah.